All right, Badass Coaching Live. As you don't know, you don't already know. Now you know we always start on time every time and end on time because we don't want to waste your time. This is Rick Sherrell, your proactive aging coach and your guide to aging strong, aging smart, and living like the badass that you are. Let's talk cardio, okay? Not the soul-sucking, mind-grinding kind that leaves your knees angry, your muscles all gone, and you're bored as hell because it took forever to do it. We're not talking about that kind of cardio. I'm talking about smart cardio, okay? Smart cardio is the kind that helps you last longer on the pickleball court. It helps you to hike that trail you've been meaning to hike. It helps you to keep up with the grandkids without needing a nap and a bottle full of Advil. As usual, we're going to hit 5 quick points on each topic. So we're going to start right off with point number 1, which is why you need cardio after 40, but not in the way you think, okay? So here's the deal. Cardio really gets a bad rap, and for good reason. The wrong type of cardio can not only wreck your joints, okay? Any of you aging long distance runners might be able to attest to that, but it not only can wreck your joints, but it burns muscles and tanks your recovery. I especially want to focus on that burn muscle. Too much steady state cardio, which is cardio for long periods of time, too much steady state cardio is going to burn muscle instead of fat. And as we get older, one of our key ways that we improve our longevity is to increase muscle mass. So anything that you're doing that's going to burn off muscle or decrease muscle mass, you really want to stay away from. So that's not to say that you should stay away from cardio, just need to do cardio right. You need to do cardio because, number 1, it helps to build your heart and your lung capacity. Okay, that's the number 1 reason. Number 2, it supports your endurance, whether it's on the pickleball court, the tennis court, the basketball court, out in the field, on the trail, at the gym, in the amusement park. It's going to support your endurance in all of those areas. Number 3, it improves recovery and energy. Absolutely. Short bursts of cardio is actually going to add to your energy levels as opposed to take away from your cardio levels. And number 4, it helps with your metabolic health and longevity. All right. Which again, if we're going to live like a badass, we want to live quality like a badass. Okay. So your cardio needs to be purposeful and not punishing. And that's what we're going to be able to get into next here. So moving on to point number 2, I want to emphasize this in point number 2 is that the wrong cardio is wrecking your gains. Again, as we get older, our main focus ought to be on maintaining muscle mass. If you take the word frail and define it, if you see a frail person, you're going to see they don't have much muscle mass. They can't stand up straight. They're basically skin and bones, right? Take away the muscle, that's what you got left, skin and bones, okay? So the chronic steady state cardio, the low, long treadmill death thing that we do, or whether it's running or cycling long distances, those things are number 1, boring. Number 2, they are really hard on your joints. All of that running that we're doing, especially on concrete, very, very hard on the joints. It is catabolic, which basically means it breaks down muscle, okay? Long, steady state cardio breaks down muscles. Ever look at a marathon runner? Most of them look like they could use a cheeseburger to me, and that's what I mean because they do all that long running and it burns down their muscle. They may be strong, but they look very weak, okay? And then, it's not functional for most aging adults. It's not functional in terms of that's not something that you're going to find yourself doing in everyday life. It's not functional in a way that it's not helping your body go through your everyday movements, et cetera, et cetera. So it's really just not functional for most of us aging adults. Plus, it doesn't fit in our busy schedules anymore. So you need cardio that builds you up, not breaks you down, okay? If you're doing 45 minutes on a treadmill 5 days a week and wondering, why are my knees hurting? Or why does it seem like I'm not gaining any muscle, getting any stronger? It's very simply because you're not doing cardio right, okay? On to point number 3. what are the best cardio styles? Let's get to the real meat here. What are the best cardio styles for us aging athletes and weekend warriors? Okay, so we're going to break it down into the top 5 cardio workouts for you here right now. Okay, so take a quick note. Mark, Rena, Maria, take a quick note. These are the top 5 cardio workouts that you can do. The first one is simply referred to as Zone 2 cardio. It is low intensity, steady state cardio. Think walking, biking, rowing, or hiking at a pace where you can still hold a conversation. You're not going to be out of breath. You can still have a conversation, but it does get your heart rate up. It gets your breathing up. That kind of cardio, that zone 2 cardio, improves your heart health and fat metabolism without burning you out. So number 1 is zone 2 cardio. Number 2, let's just take that zone 2 cardio, walking up a level, and do some rucking, which is one of my favorites. So rucking, very simply, is adding weight to your walk. You can do that with a weighted vest, or my favorite way is with a backpack. And it doesn't have to be some expensive backpack, a backpack that you can get at any store for probably less than $10 and fill it with some sort of weight. So think loaded with dumbbells or gear or books or canned goods, something usually somewhere between 10 and 20 pounds, and you got yourself a pretty good rucksack right there. And it's going to add you a lot to your walking. It's going to build endurance, improve your posture, and improve your grip, all without the pounding. All right. The third way to get great cardio for us aging athletes is through high intensity interval training. Okay. This is very simple. It is short bursts of work followed by rest. Okay, this improves your conditioning fast, preserves muscle, and torches fat. Think like 30 seconds of work and then 60 seconds of rest, on and off for anywhere from 5 to 8 rounds. Okay, the fourth way is pickleball and court sports. Basketball, whatever, cardio that doesn't feel like cardio, combines agility, reaction time, and fun. You can't beat it. And then the fifth way is circuit training with minimal rest. That's where you're in the gym, you're lifting weights, you're doing body weight or strength circuits with a short recovery. And circuit simply means back-to-back exercises with no rest in between usually, and then you take a rest at the end of the round and then do that circuit over again. This builds your cardio while reinforcing strength and mobility. So those are 5 key ways that you want to build cardio. How much cardio do you actually need? Becoming the next question, because we're not training for a marathon, we're training for life. So something as simple as 2 to 3 sessions of that simple zone 2 cardio for 30 to 45 minutes a week. All right. So that's a walk 2 to 3 times a week. It's going to take you 30, 45 minutes. If you're walking, let's say about 1.5 miles or so, it's going to take you about 30 minutes, okay? Unless you got a really, really good pace. So 1 or 2 HIIT or interval-based training workouts a week, 15 to 25 minutes tops. My favorite is to do Tabatas, which is 20 seconds worth of work and 10 seconds worth of rest, 8 times. That's 4 minutes. I can throw in, 4 or 5 of those, during the week that only take 4 minutes, and I've got my cardio in. So optional, you want to add in during the week your fun cardio, like your pickleball, your hiking, your rucking, etc. I'm a twice a week minimum pickleball guy myself. So recovery matters, and if your cardio is killing your energy or wrecking your recovery, then it's too much cardio. Think minimum effective dose. You want enough to support your performance, but not to sabotage it. All right. So on to our 5th and final point, the bottom line, cardio that builds up. If you want to move better, if you want to last longer, if you want to keep playing the sports and doing all the activities that you love, including, rumbling with the grandkids, et cetera, you'll want to do, essential cardio, but it has to be intentional. No more long 2-3 hour runs, 26-mile runs. The right cardio is going to build your endurance. It's going to improve your heart health. It's going to support fat loss in particular. It's going to preserve muscle. That is very key, as you always hear me emphasize as we're getting older. Preserving muscle and building muscle and everything that you do is important. So when you're taking those long, drawn-out cardio sessions, those sessions are killing your gains, as they say. They are burning your muscle. Short burst cardio done in intervals is going to preserve and help you build that muscle. And as a result, that's going to help boost your longevity. One of the number one measurement factors in terms of longevity is strength. So that strength is very important. The wrong cardio is going to leave you tired, weak, and injured from pounding on those joints. So you want to train smart, sweat with a purpose, because that's how the aging game is done. It's not done like you're 25 anymore, okay? But you can feel like you're 25 if you're doing your cardio and your strength work right. All right, so as we roll down into our last 3 minutes of this segment here, as usual, I'm going to do a quick recap of our 5 key points and then wrap this up. So you need cardio after 40, but just not in the way you think. You need cardio because it builds heart and lung capacity. It supports endurance on and off the court. It improves your recovery and your energy, and it helps with metabolic health and longevity. I am a big proponent of strength being the foundation of our fitness program, but that is not to eliminate cardio. It's not an either or. You just need the right kind of cardio. Why? Because the wrong kind of cardio, point 2, is wrecking your gains. It's boring. It's hard on your joints. It breaks down muscle. That's the most important thing. Too much cardio is breaking down your muscle. And let me throw in right here, if you're doing cardio and strength training during your workout, my recommendation is you do a little bit, maybe 3, 5, 10 minutes worth of cardio before your workout, simply to warm your body up, save your strength for your strength segment. And then if you want to do some more extensive cardio, do it at the end of your workout, okay? But the wrong cardio is wrecking your game. The best cardio for you as you age is slow, steady state cardio like walking, biking, rowing, rucking, which is walking with a weight, some high intensity interval training in short bursts, 30 to 60 seconds, 30 seconds of work, 60 seconds of rest for 5 to 8 rounds. You're good to go. Pickleball and court sports, find something fun to go out there. Like I said, I'm a 2 times a week pickleball person. And change your weight training into circuit training, and you're going to find yourself burning a ton more calories, and that heart rate is going to kick up. How much cardio do you actually need? 2 to 3 sessions, 30 to 45 minutes a week, a couple of HIIT sessions a week, and don't forget to throw in your fun stuff like pickleball. Okay? And point number 5, the bottom line, cardio should build you up. The right cardio is going to build your endurance, improve your heart health, support fat loss, preserve that muscle, and boost your longevity. All right. So that is it. I hope you got something out of that. I hope that you see something in there that may help you change your workout plan so that you get better results. If you got any questions, you're welcome to drop me some comments here in the comments. Private message me, reach out to me in any way. I am here to help you and support you on your journey of being a proactive aging badass. All right. So don't forget, visit my website, ricksherrell.com/blueprint. Download your absolutely free copy of my Proactive Aging Blueprint, which does just that, teaches you how to age like a badass, all right? So remember, your cardio is not all about burning up calories, but it's about building up capacity, all right? So let's do it. Let's do the work. We will see you next time. Hit me up with any questions. 3, 2, 1, we are out.